Good afternoon. I'm gonna make a video about how to improve the Chinese pull start from unwinding and giving you a lot of trouble. This been already modified, and you can see how smooth it is, even though you still hear a little bit of grinding, but that's normal. Now this is not being modified, and it gets stuck, as you can see. Almost got stuck really bad. So let's start. First, most of all, we're gonna mark exactly where the notch is, which is right here. Okay, the notch is right here, and we're gonna mark the notch. Later, we're gonna pull it, make a blind nut, put a screwdriver, tie the screwdriver, and let it go. As you can see, you have that bushing right there, and the handle. Remove the handle, which has another type of blind nut. Remove it. Loose your grommet on your casting. Make a second blind nut. Because put the screwdriver and pull. Let go this one. You will end up with this. Now we need to release this up. This one right here. Make another blind nut. Put a stick. Let go. Let go this one, and remove the blind nut, and remove your bushing, or whatever you want to call it. Now, this is very important. Now we need to count how many turns we have to go back. This is very important. I suggest you, this has to be done with a mask, a face mask, because it's a very powerful spring in there, which I'm gonna show you. So you will pull, hold it, remove it, bring it down, hold with the two fingers, and let go. Now start counting from the moment that you have right there mark the notch. Okay, the notch is there and it's marked right there. So we're going less than one, going in that direction. Okay, so keep going in that direction, okay, until it disengage, which already disengaged. Remove the center screw. Remember, they still have tension, okay, and this is the danger part. You got a notch right there and the center bushing, which correspond to that notch and that washer. So now, very careful, start removing, going up, and it comes out. Now lift it, put your finger behind, and turn it around. The spring is there. Now, as you can see, this spring is interfering with the bushing. That is not the case in all of them. Just pull it back a little bit, okay, until that baby is no longer inside the diameter of the bushing. It's very close, too close. Okay, some are different than others, okay, but we have to deal with this. We're gonna go back, The idea is to have this sucker, see the distance? This distance right here between the edge of this and the beginning of the bushing, it's this distance right here. So it's very important that you actually take it a little bit back and get this distance pretty much close to what it's supposed to be. Right there looks pretty good. Okay, now keep your fingers in here, because this can actually release. This is only held by this. So take grease and then start working the grease inside the winds. Perfect. So now go to the edge and same procedure. Now this is a little bit messy. Okay. Hold with your finger the winds. They will not go out if you don't push it or do any movement that is detrimental to it. Now, with another rack that I don't have right now, oh yes I do, clean your fingers. Get a little bit of grease and put it around the bushing, because this one don't have no bearing, so it's all metal and no lubrication whatsoever anywhere. So after you've done that, you clean your finger, and we go into the next part, which is the winds. Now take your baby, wind it again where it's supposed to go, okay, which it goes this way, okay. Once again, it goes this way. It goes counterclockwise. You're winding, and put it on the notch, the end, and wrap it if you want to a little bit. Grab your baby. Grab your baby. Okay, so you have the notch, and now you can see that if you put this that I engage with that, it's not a good idea. You got to put it in the opposite side. So that means that let me see, that this, it will end up in the opposite, okay, and we have the space right there for that little bushing. So very careful, and it comes in, it's not engaged. Remember, it's not engaged. Now, because don't lose your notch, please. Okay, so with your notch, okay, in place, we're gonna try to go back until we feel tension. No tension yet. No tension yet. It didn't catch. It did not catch. It did not catch. It did not catch at all. So now we're gonna remove it. Why it's not catching? Because it's too far. Put your finger in there, because the idea is for that to catch over there. You see all the grease now? So we're going to try one more time. Wrap it here. This is not easy, so especially when it's with grease. On the opposite side, this. Okay, so we're going back and we're gonna wiggle it. It's not gonna be easy, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a pain. Yeah, the idea is to catch that sucker. It's not catching because it's not going in the groove. Remember, you got to go clockwise. Now, a clock, now you go counterclockwise. And now we have tension. You can feel the tension right there. Once you feel the tension, don't keep going. Then you take your screw. You put a little bit of Loctite on your screw. Try to clean the surface and make sure that the notch that is right there is going to be with the notch of your screw washer. Remember, if the wires come undue on you, don't panic. Just put it back. Just have patience and use a face mask, because the spring can be dangerous. But if the Chinese can do it, we can do it. So I need to know where in the hell is that notch. It looks to me that it's right there. Yep. And then I want to make sure that it's in there. I don't. Let's undo this and make sure that that notch, it's actually right there. Yeah, it's in my 12 o'clock position. Position. Let me put it with my, hold it with my finger, and we're going down. And tighten it up. That's it. So we have it right there, the notch. Okay, it's not with tension yet. Okay, the rope is installed. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go forward. Okay, through the notch. This is very important and very and everything can go to hell if you don't hold this wheel and you let it unwind. So it's one right there, one right there. In other words, where we mark it, it was right there. So we're going forward the notch to the hole. It's not that much tension you're gonna put on. It's very little. It's only for him to retract. If you put more windings, you're gonna ruin it. Just from the point that you mark to the hole. Now you remove already the bushing. You go through this, hold it tight, push it, hold it, and then if you want, nah, actually not. Let's lock everything in place. Boom, you lock it in place and you let go. Now this is already locked in there, so we put the grommet or the spacer, whatever you want to call it, and then we put back the rope we go in like this, and actually they make a blind knot out of this, which I don't like it. So make a full knot, in there, boom. Test it. You may want to do another full notch if you want to, just for safety. You don't want this thing to unwind. And right there, we pull it, we hold it, we remove it, we undo the blind knot, bring down the bushing, push the bushing back where it belongs, which is a pain in the butt, but we're gonna push it with this. There you go. And it's not all the way in yet. God, somebody help me with this. Okay, and now you can hear the difference. Very smooth. You're always gonna hear a little grinding because there is no bearings in here, and actually this bushing, as you can see, the space right here and right here and right there is not centered. Okay, so you're gonna have some rubbing in here, but the spring, it's riding without friction, and no more friction, so you're gonna have an improved. Now, one thing that I thought was to pull it, okay, and make a knot right there, okay, to actually stop him from over pulling, but I decided not to. So I hope this video tutorial will help a lot of people that is suffering with this thing when you pull it and it hangs on your engine like that, and it sucks. Okay, gentlemen, I fully recommend you use a full face mask if you're doing this for the first time or you don't have mechanical experience. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.